What is hidden beneath the sand of the Sahara? The Sahara Desert is one of the most mysterious and unexplored regions in the world. With its vast expanse of sand, it's easy to get lost in this yellowed immensity without any sense of direction. Throughout the ages, the sounds of the Sahara have enveloped cities, animals, and human beings, becoming a mythical and fascinating place. Despite being considered the world's largest hot desert, the Sahara is much more than just sand dunes. Its topography includes acidic mountains, flat plateaus covered in sand and gravel, shallow basins, and deep oasis depressions. The highest point in the Sahara is Mount Kusi, an extinct volcanic crater that reaches 3,415 meters above sea level, while the Egyptian depression of Katara, an oasis 133 meters below sea level at its deepest points, is the lowest point. Come with me to unravel the most incredible situations that arise in the world, space, or other dimensions. You are in the Awake. Subscribe to the channel, like and share the video on your social networks. Comment on what you thought of this story. Your opinion is very important to us. Temperatures in the Sahara can reach over 50 degrees Celsius during the day, becoming intolerable without protection from the scorching sun. At night, the once scorching wind turns into ice, making the desert even more challenging. The Sahara, which means desert in Arabic, is the origin of the term, and before becoming a desert, the region harbored rivers, lakes, and watercourses. During the reign of the pharaohs, lions, gazelles, crocodiles, hippos, and giraffes roamed freely throughout the environment. Despite its vastness, the Sahara hides many mysteries, and only now, with contemporary technology, are we beginning to explore them. Entire armies were known to march through the ancient world and never be seen again, leaving behind legends and stories of mystery. But the Sahara is more than just a desert, and there is much more to be discovered beneath its arid sands. The presence of rivers and lakes has been fundamental to the development of civilizations throughout history. In ancient Egypt, for example, the Nile River was responsible for helping culture flourish for thousands of years, making travel throughout the country much easier than it is today. Nomads living in the eastern desert, east of the Nile River, helped the emergence of pharaonic society by extracting valuable stones and metals such as granite, marble, amethyst, copper, and gold from the desert. Currently, the Nile and Niger are the only significant rivers in the Sahara. The Nile, which originates in Lake Victoria in Uganda and flows into the Mediterranean Sea, is Africa's longest river and one of the longest in the world. The Niger, on the other hand, originates in West Africa and flows into the Gulf of Guinea, passing through Mali and Nigeria. Although the Sahara has at least 20 lakes, only one of them, Lake Chad, located in the Republic of Chad, provides drinking water. Interestingly, there wasn't always a Sahara Desert, as the boundaries of the sands changed over millions of years due to climate. Scientists are focusing on the Sahara's history, as well as searching for prehistoric signs of water on Mars. According to research, the Sahara was once the source of what used to be the 12th largest drainage basin in the world. An underwater gorge was found off the coast of Mauritania, and the remains of the river became apparent in sediment in unexpected places. A satellite provided last-minute verification of the existence of a vanished river, and research is ongoing to learn more about a body of water that may have dried up only 5,000 years ago. The river, now known as the Taman Rasat River, lies beneath the Sahara, and more than just rivers disappeared in this region. In Wadi al-Hitan of Egypt, a region that is now one of the driest places on Earth, there is evidence of the ancient Tethys Ocean. While it may seem unlikely to find whale fossils, this site, also known as the Valley of the Whales, offers valuable insights into how these animals transitioned from land dwellers to exclusively marine creatures about 37 million years ago. The remains of these animals were buried in sediments when they perished in the water, and are now being studied by paleontologists seeking to understand the marine life they coexisted with. In addition to whale bones, large shark teeth and skeletons of other marine animals such as the Macromosaurus rex have been discovered in the region. While it may seem strange to find so much aquatic life in a desert region, it is precisely because the desert is so hostile to life that scientists are able to walk around in erosion areas to gather large data sets. The absence of plants and soil makes it easier for paleontologists to collect samples from the Earth's crust, resulting in surprising discoveries. For example, the largest carnivorous dinosaur ever found, the Spinosaurus, was also discovered in a desert region. Measuring 16 meters, it was even bigger than the T-Rex, which stands at 7 meters tall and 12 meters long. With various physical adaptations, such as a large bony crest on its back, the Spinosaurus has intrigued scientists. In summary, Wadi al-Hitan in Egypt, also known as the Valley of the Whales, offers valuable insights into how whales transitioned from land dwellers to marine creatures. The site has also been a source of other important discoveries, such as fossils of sharks and other marine animals, as well as the Spinosaurus, the largest carnivorous dinosaur ever found. The desert region allows paleontologists to study samples from the Earth's crust more easily, leading to surprising discoveries. The discovery of Spinosaurus, the only fully aquatic dinosaur known, was only made possible after another group of fossils was found in Morocco. Scientists were only able to examine Spinosaurus due to the destruction of the original discovery's bones during World War II. Features such as long, flat feet for paddling and high nostrils on the snout suggest that Spinosaurus lived partially in the water. The sail on its back, like a shark fin, must have been frightening to people living near waterways in ancient times. On June 28, 1942, Sergeant Dennis Copping was transporting a damaged B-40 Kitty Hawk to a British base in the desert when the plane and the teenage pilot disappeared along the route. The wreckage of the plane was only discovered in 2012 when an oil industry worker stumbled upon it. Although the plane was largely undamaged, there was evidence that a parachute had been used to construct a shelter. The aircraft was transported to the El Alamein Museum and partially restored in honor of the young pilot, but mixed reviews were made about the restoration process. Despite the recovery of the plane, no trace of Dennis Copping was found. This is one of the unsolved mysteries of the Sahara. Another interesting discovery was made by Paul Sereno during one of his dinosaur hunting expeditions. The largest human graveyard in the Sahara was found by accident. The site of Gabbaro, in Niger, provides evidence of a lush, green environment in the past, inhabited 10,000 years ago. Human remains were mixed with those of fish, crocodiles, and other creatures. About 200 human skeletons were discovered during 2 years of excavation, indicating 2 distinct periods of habitation with more than 1,000 years apart. The Sahara is a place full of mysteries and discoveries, from dinosaur fossils to strange human burials. In addition, the lack of potable water is a serious problem faced by the African population. However, studies show that there is a large amount of fresh water hidden beneath the sands of the Sahara. Thanks to technologies such as GIS and remote sensing, we can learn a lot about the history and geography of the area. Images reveal that Egypt is composed of two distinct types of stone plateaus, demonstrating how the Nile River changed course and flowed through various channels over time. It is interesting to note that these underground water reserves are not completely fossilized and are replenished annually by rainfall. Geologists assert that this is what happened in the distant past when the Sahara Desert was filled with rivers, lakes, and other waterways. Therefore, it is important to continue studying and exploring the Sahara region to better understand the history and natural resources of this rich and mysterious area. Don't forget to leave your comment, share your opinion. Until the next video.